Welcome back, everyone. We've got snow. It's Caesar's second favorite thing to food. Well, it's cold out there, but that's okay because the gas company came last Friday and turned on the gas. And, drum roll please, yes, the electric company showed up too and hooked up to the new electric, which means I can now do this. And this happens. I'm gonna shut this off. The wiring in this house just scares me. I'm gonna go turn on the new furnace. Ooh, feels better in here already. Caesar's gonna stay down here where it's warm and chew on his new squeaky ball, and I'm gonna go upstairs and work in the cold attic for a while. I was talking with John, my neighbor from across the street, about the attic, and he said it would make a nice extra living space. And I agree, most older homes I've been in don't have a third floor. So the extra space would be nice to have, but it comes with a few problems. The first problem is in the head clearance on the staircase. I'm 6'2", and you can see there's maybe an inch of space between my head and the bottom of this rafter. Now, I can fix that by building a dormer above the stairs, and that will give me plenty of head height, but it opens up a can of worms with the roof. Now the roof is maybe 70 to 80 years old. It's made of tin and it doesn't leak, but as soon as I punch through the roof to put that dormer in, I don't think there's any way that the new roof of the dormer and the old roof of the house can come together well enough that it won't leak. So I'd have to get someone out here to replace the roof on the house, and while they're here, they may as well build the dormer too. Now, that could cost as high as $6,000. The second problem is the floor joist. These are 2x6s. Now, code says that floor joists for living space have to be a minimum of 2x8. So that means that all 24 of these have to have a 2x8 sistered onto them, and then 3/4 inch tongue and groove plywood nailed onto that to make for a strong floor. Then I'd have to frame up the walls, put in electric, insulation, drywall, paint, carpet, and to heat and cool this place I would use a mini split system. So all in all, the cost would be about $10,000. I only have $10,000 to $12,000 to work with for the entire house, and I've already spent over $2,000 already just on the heating and the electric. So unfortunately, this attic is just going to stay as an attic. But what I am going to do is insulate up here. But before I do that, I got to take up this flooring, and as you can see, I already cleaned up here, and all the antiques got moved out and given to good homes. So let's get started on the floor. So to remove it, all I have to do is pry under the tongue side of the board along the whole length, and it just pops right out. One down, 263 to go. So if you're wondering why I took up the floor when all I'm going to do up here is insulate, well, do you remember that ugly patch in the floor between the living room and dining room? Well, some of that flooring got saved for that repair, and then the rest of it got taken out and put into storage for future projects. Now, the second thing is I'm going to run wiring up here. Now, each bedroom is going to have its own ceiling light and a switch by the door, and it's a lot easier to run those wires up here than it is to break a hole in the plaster and run the wires that way. And the third thing is you just never know what you're going to find under the floor of an old house. I didn't find anything great. There wasn't like $1 million stashed in here, but what I did find was some missing insulation like in this area, and some half blown in insulation in other parts. But the worst thing I found is over here by the bathroom. This is the top of the bathroom fan, and there's a couple of things on here I don't like. The wires are just flopping around, and they should be held in with a wire connector like that. And the vent isn't going anywhere. It's just blowing around into the insulation. So before I do anything else up here, I'm going to get this fan vented through this outside wall. Now that I got this done, I can start wiring up for the bedroom ceiling lights. I drilled a hole in the center of the room because this is about where the light fixture is going to be. Now I say about because I'm not 100% sure where the joists are in the ceiling. This is the type of box I'm going to use to mount the light. On the side, it's got this plate which attaches to the side of a joist. So depending on where that joist is, this box could be a few inches to the left or a few inches to the right. I have this little flag I got from the gas company, and I'm just going to push it up here to see where this hole is in the attic. The hole is about 3.5 inches away from this floor joist, so now I know exactly where to drill the hole for this box. And now, onto the light switch. I'm doing a quick scan of the wall where the light switch is going to be. And it looks like there's a stud right about here. and an empty spot right about there. So just make sure, I'm going to drill a hole in the wall and insert my inspection camera, and hopefully there's enough room for a light switch box. All right, looks like there's a stud there on the left and a bunch of cobwebs on the right, and so I think there's plenty enough room to put a light switch box here. This is the type of electrical box I'm going to use for the switch. It's called an old work box because, well, this is an old house and it's meant for use in retrofit applications like this. So all I'm going to do is draw an outline around it of where I want it to go, and then I'm going to cut it out with my oscillating saw. Perfect fit. So to secure it to the wall, all I have to do are tighten these two screws down. But I'm not going to do that yet because I have to go up to the attic and send the wire down to this hole. I'm drilling a hole at the edge of the ceiling right above where the light switch is going to go. Then inserting the flag so I know where the edge of the wall is in the attic. I don't know if you can see this, but this is the stick part of the flag I just pushed up. So I know that the wall is 4 inches thick. So if I take that number, divide it in 2, that will give me the exact center of that wall. And that's right where I want to drill my hole for the wire. Oh good, the wire is right there. I was hoping it didn't get caught up inside the wall. So all I gotta do is push it through the back of this box, maybe. There it goes. And I need to have 8 inches of wire sticking out the front. Something like that. Secure it to the wall with these. Too much. There we go. With these 2 screws. Nice and secure. I already ran and stapled the wire from the switch over to the light box, so all I have to do now is knock out this plug and push in the wire. The inside of the box has built-in wire clamps to secure the wire. They just get tightened down with a screw. The other side of the box is where the power comes in at. But before I get into that, I want to show you the diagram for the second floor lighting circuit. This is a basic diagram of the second floor. We are here in bedroom number 3. Bedroom number 2 is the master bedroom. Bedroom 1 is a little bedroom above the front steps. And then we got the bathroom all the way in the back corner. So you saw me put the light switch in there, and then the light box in the middle, and those are now connected. But the power comes in right here. So if you're wondering why did I start in the middle of this project over here, I don't know. Last few weeks have been pretty stressful, and I'll explain why in my next video. That'll also explain why that I haven't put a video up in the last 4 weeks. So how this is going to work is the power is going to come up from here to the light, and then over to the switch, and over to the next light, and over to the switch, and over to where we are now, and then over to the bathroom light, which is about here, It's going to go over to the fan. And then off of that is the switch for the bathroom, which also controls the fan and the light at the same time. So this is where we are right now. Let's go up to the attic. I got a couple of rolls of wire up there, and we can finish this box off and install the light. I clamped these wires down, stripped back the outer casing on these wires, and bared the ends about 5/8 of an inch. So now I'm on to connecting the grounds. So I'm going to pull all these together and twist them. All right, now I'm going to connect the ground from the box to the ground from the other wires with a wire nut. All right, just tuck those inside, get those out of the way. All right, these two wires here, this one's the power into the room and this one's the power out of the room going to the bathroom. So I wanna just put these neutrals over here. And then I'm gonna go connect, let's see, what am I gonna do here? Okay, connect these two together and then bring in the wire from the switch. So when you have a situation like this where a white wire is acting as a hot wire because it's connected to two other hot wires like this, it's a good idea to wrap a little bit of black tape around it just so the next person that's in here knows that this is also a live wire. And now I can just tuck that up inside. So I have the two common wires and the black wire that's coming back from the switch. So now I can secure the bracket. To connect the light, I'm going to start with the ground wire. Wrap that around there. Tighten it up. Okay, that's going to hold the light for right now. And now I can connect all the neutrals together. And now connect up the hot wire from the switch. Tighten up these two screws. Nice and secure. I found these lights at Walmart, and I was surprised when I opened the box that they came with their own light bulbs. And the other thing I liked about this is the dark color. I think it matches the trim in the room pretty nicely. All right, looks good. So the last thing to do on this bedroom circuit is to attach a light switch. So on a switch like this, there's a couple different ways to attach the wires. You can either use the screw terminals, or in the back, there's a couple of holes where the wire gets pushed into. I would recommend not doing it this way, just because in the past I've had problems of the wires popping out over time, causing the switch or the outlet not to work. So we're going to go with the more secure screw terminal way. So to attach the wire to that, all you got to do is take a pair of needle nose pliers and you just make a little hook on the end like that. And it just goes around the screw in a clockwise way. Now, it has to go that way because as the screw gets tightened down, the wire goes with it, you know, cinching it up a little bit. So that makes for a nice, secure connection. So that one's done. Let's do that with the other wire. On the opposite side of the light switch is the green terminal, and that is used for the ground wire. So same procedure as the black and white wire, just a little hook on the end, and it goes around the screw clockwise direction. Tighten down, And make sure the light switch is in the right position. So the off is on top. Don't laugh, I've put these things upside down before. And it's a couple of screws. And it's tightened right up. And finally, the light switch cover. Okay, all done. Well, hello, Caesar. How nice of you to join us. How you doing? So the last thing I gotta do today, other than pet the dog, is I gotta cut this carpet up and put it out tonight. Garbage pickup is tomorrow morning, and I'd hate to disappoint my garbage man by not having anything out for him. So if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit subscribe. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you know when the next video is going to come up. Also, leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. So that's all for now, and we will see you in the next video. Let's tip you down just a little because you're just in the wrong spot. So you get up. You're imposterous. You're imposterous. Now I gotta go push it back up because now you're standing again. Okay. Whew, feels better in here already. Caesar's gonna stay down here with this new toy, and I'm gonna go up to it and work. Blip, 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 blip. Ooh, feels better in here already. Caesar's gonna stay down here where it's warm and chew on his new squeaky ball, and I am gonna go blah, 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 blah. That's what I'm gonna go do. I was talking with John, my neighbor from across the street, about the attic, and he said that he said something. I was talking with Non. Now, I'm saying blah, 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 blah. All right.